Okay, guys. Livestream is on, so you can look up the live stream. We're going to get started. Go take your seats. Guys, listen up. Listen up. So, today I want you opening up your Minecraft project. So go ahead and launch that now. And so we'll be ready to get started. So you're logged in. You're logged to your Minecraft project. We're going to continue on with that today. But while that's launching, I want to play a clip from a movie. This is arguably the greatest movie ever made. And, It's actually the greatest selling movie. It was the greatest selling movie of the 1980s, and I think it was beat only by like Titanic 15 years later. So not only was the greatest selling movie in history when it came out, it was the longest time ever spent as the greatest selling movie. Yeah, question. What's that? Well, there you go. I like so. Anyway, with this clip, hey guys, talk. So I'm just gonna play this for you. It's toward the end of the movie. How many people have seen E.T.? And now, how many people haven't? Raise your hands. Haven't seen it. Haven't seen it. Okay, cool. So you got something really special waiting for you at some point. When you do see it. It was like Steven Spielberg's fourth or fifth movie ever made. And you know what's really cool about it is it's art, like it's really a beautiful movie, but it also doesn't take itself seriously. Like it's kind of like inappropriate at times, and it's just like fun and funny, and that's like the best kind of art, I think. Is rather than being like, oh, The Godfather or something that's super sophisticated, you see a movie like this that's, you know, strange movie about an alien that comes to Earth and is discovered by this boy. They become friends, and then the government finds out about this, you know, alien, and then they're trying to get to it. Here we are toward the end of the movie, where the government's chasing the boy and his family and his friends and the alien, and it's just a very odd story, and yet it's the greatest selling film of all time. So I just wanted to play this while everything loads, and with that, this is E.T.
Taking him to a spaceship.
Well, can he just beam up?
This is reality, Greg. No! No guns! They're children! No! 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 Here! Where are we going?
Bottom of the hill. This is Unit 302. We've cut the kids off at the bottom of the hill. Send back a bit.
Ha. Can't show you the rest because I don't want to spoil it for you, but that's E.T. What?
Like on the last day of break, let's just watch that movie.
I would be down for that. You bet. You bet. Okay. All right. Okay, we're getting started right away. Everybody, you're in your Minecraft project. Where's the microphone? Is it not up? Should be up. It says I'm streaming. I'll look for it. Okay, so.
There are 86,400 seconds in a day. What will you do with this time? Express yourself in the ways that only you can express. This is your life. This is your time. Make every second count.
Truman?
Make every second count.
It's on YouTube.
Honey, are you okay?
It'll then have a drop.
Truman?
It's like every second count.
It's on YouTube.
Truman?
Oh, another great movie. Got it? Okay. All right. That was the Truman Show. Jim Carrey. Yeah.
No, but I wanted to ask because I got into the project and now the block selection.
Oh no. I'm gonna cover a little overview and just make sure that it looks the same. Hey, where the audio is coming from, turn it down because now we're doing the lesson. Okay. It might be me. I love hearing sound in my voice, but try to use like headphones or something. Yeah. So, okay. What we did yesterday is we created a blueprint. We called it block or BP block or something, right? Mine's called block. I double click this. You guys have to turn that down. Yeah. I know. Believe me, I love the sound of my own voice, but it's confusing. Okay. In the back there, make sure you're opening your project because it's just hanging on there. Right. So we have our block blueprint, and yesterday, did we do the whole set material thing? Yeah. Okay, so this is from my very last class, and they're having a tough time, so that's as far as we got with them. So I'll recreate what we did just now. So what we did is we went to the construction script, right, of our block, and we had this variable called block type. And we made it public, right, by clicking the eyeball icon. Hey, what's that sound? Yeah, the audio's on. You gotta turn that down. So block type, we made it public by having this eyeball icon open. And then we dragged our variable block type here. We did a get. We dragged off of it. We typed in the word switch. Right, and we'd use switch on block types, and this gives us a set of channels to do code depending on what this variable is. You know, if this variable is dirt, it does the dirt stuff. Okay, so what we did is you drag static mesh, right, onto your graph, and then off of that you dragged a wire, you typed in set material, and we set the material for all of these things. No, I think most of you did this. This is sort of review right now, but if you didn't, do it now, okay? So for the dirt channel, the material we chose was something called M metal rust. So we looked up rust because that looks a lot like dirt. Then we copied and pasted these, Command C, Command V, with them highlighted. For the grass, it's the same thing, but we changed the material to the grass material. For stone, we have a couple options, you know, copy, paste, and then there's a couple different stones. I'm going to choose like this one called brick cut stone. That's a good one. And then for water, we set it to water. Okay. All right. So that's that. So what you should all have in your project now is if you go to the front of Unreal and you click on any of these blocks, in the details panel, you now have that variable. And you can click and you can set whether it's dirt, grass, water, stone. And when you set it to grass, it actually turns to grass. And when you set it to water, it turns to water. When you set it to stone, it turns to stone. And that way you can fill out this world. So that's where we should all be caught up on. Today what I'd like to do is let's make it so that your player can destroy blocks, mine blocks, because that's the main thing about Minecraft, right? Is you're mining things. So we're going to do that today, and we're going to do that all in the event graph of our blueprint block. So now here's the lesson. We're starting the official lesson, so follow along. Everybody go to your block and go into the viewport tab so you can see your block. You can see what it looks like. So you're on your block blueprint. Go to viewport tab. Okay? Viewport tab of your block. Yeah. Okay, so your screen should look like mine. So you guys over there, you should have your blueprint open. Okay. If you're playing the game, hit escape. Double click to open your blueprint block so that we can do this. Yeah. So you want to find it in your content browser, guys, and then you could double click it. And if it's not in your content browser because it's in some folder, just find it in your world, and then in World Outliner, over here in the upper right, you'll see it actually says the edit, and then you can edit that blueprint, and that will actually take you to it as well. There's always a couple ways of opening a blueprint, or you can click it and go to the details, edit blueprint, open blueprint editor, right? But you all want to be on this screen where you can see your block. Okay, so that's that. So I want you to click on that block. It's called static mesh, right? And scroll down to the very bottom of details. And the very bottom of details, you have all these different events, okay? These are events that the block can do or can happen to it. And what we want to do is we want to make it when the player shoots a block, that block gets destroyed, okay? So the first event that we want to do for that is this one called on component hit. So where it says on component hit, I want you to click that plus icon, and it's going to create a new event. So click the plus and then go to your event graph. And just as simple as that, voila, you now have this new event called on component hit. And this event gets fired whenever that thing gets hit by something. Right. So I'll repeat that one more time. You're in your blueprints. You can see your cube, your block. Click on it, scroll to the bottom of details on the right, and then you click the on component hit event. Click the plus icon, right? And then you go to your event graph, and you'll have this event. Okay, so that's that. What I want you to do next is we need to find out, well, what's hitting our block, right? Because a lot of things will be hitting your block. For example, it's next to other blocks, so those are hitting it. You don't want to destroy your block just because it's hitting other blocks near it. Maybe you want to do that for dynamite, right? And you code that functionality. But for most blocks, you just want it to destroy when the player shoots it. So to do that, we're going to ask Unreal, hey, did the bullet hit the block? And the bullet's name in the blueprint is called projectile, first person projectile. Just something that came with the project, right? So we just want to cast to it. So everybody drag off of that little thing that says other actor. It's like 2 down on your events. Drag off of other actor and type in cast to projectile. And you want to choose cast to first person projectile. Yep, cast a projectile, and you want to cast a first-person projectile. That's your bullet, okay? So now whatever follows this code says, hey, only when the bullet hits my block are you going to do this.
Is it cast a first-person projectile?
Yes, cast a first-person projectile.
All right. Oh, I see.
You want to do the double click block. You have blocks, you don't have blocks. No, it was blocked as a bit yesterday. Okay, yeah. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that I would make a custom blueprint, but I'll have to have. Okay, so okay, great. So after this, real simple. I just want you to drag off of the cast 2 for our next node, and you're just going to type in destroy actor. So drag off of here, type in destroy, and choose destroy actor.
The task failed?
No, it's the top one. No, destroy actor. And leave it where it says target, it should say self. Okay? Because self is the thing running the code, right? Our block itself is running this code. So it's saying destroy myself, destroy the block itself. Yeah. So it should look like it's destroy actor. Cast person projectile, destroy actor. Now if you've done that right, go to the front of Unreal. Go to the front of Unreal. And make sure you have a few blocks, because it's only fun when you have quite a bit of blocks. So if you haven't dragged out multiple blocks, I would definitely do that. Because once we hit play, you're going to be able to shoot them and they're going to disappear.
Why does it destroy water? How does that work?
Yeah.
How does it destroy water?
It's destroying water. So we're going to make it so it can't destroy water next. Okay? Exactly right. Yeah, hit compile and hit play. You're mining blocks already.
Yeah, that was my idea. Wait a second. Undestroyed water. What? Oh, what? I just realized.
You can't change it.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Why do you destroy water?
So, yeah.
What?
Okay. So somebody asked me, I've been asked a couple times actually today, what are these circles that are kind of near my blocks? All that is, that's something that's only visible in the editor. The player can't see them, and they actually don't do anything. They're just there so that if you're trying to find something, it's like a little thing that you as a level designer can see and grab it. But it's just something Unreal puts on an object. So let's make it so that water, we're going to do two things. We're going to make it so that water can't be destroyed, and we want to make it so that you can fall through water. Because in Minecraft, you can't walk on water. Water is,
Unless you're Jesus.
you kind of, so listen up, listen up. Listen up. Listen up. All right. I want you to go. I want you to go to construction script.
Wait, don't go on.
And on construction script, you can see all the code we did yesterday. You guys did quite a bit of code. If you think about this, you wrote all this yesterday. Right. And guys, I don't want to repeat myself, so let me talk for this next minute without hearing you talking, and then we can talk a little bit. Okay? Just let me explain this so that we did the lesson. All right? Good. No, hold on. This next part, I just need you guys to listen. This next part, I want you to look at your switch blocks, and you have all these different channels, right, going to each set of code. Let's follow the water channel, since we're going to be changing the water. Hold on and take your hood off. I want you to follow the water channel. Go down, and at the end of the water channel, we're going to now add the code that turns our water off, okay? And this looks like this. Do this. drag static mesh from your components from the left onto your graph. Okay? Drag static mesh from your components onto your graph. Then drag off of that, off of static mesh, and then type in the words set collision. And you want to choose set collision enabled. It's not, there's no get or set. If you just drag your static mesh, it's just going to give you a get.
Oh yeah, the water one.
Yes, you're doing this off the water channel. So wherever the water code goes, wherever it flows, that's where you're attaching it to, okay?
Wait, so you see that open one right there that you're clicking on? Do I drag that one onto the set collision?
I'm not sure. So you should be getting set collision because you drag off of static mesh and you type set collision. So the static mesh is be going to the target of set collision already. All right. Anyway, you can see that it says new type, no collision. Make sure there's no collision. And the last thing is just make sure you connect those wires so that the whole code controlling the water stuff continues and into this set collision enabled. And now I want you to first I want you to make sure that you have some water tiles to test this with. So I don't. So I'm going to go in here and make some blocks and
Is it ready?
make some water. Yeah, if you hit play, you should be able to go through this water. Now, if you don't go through it because there's just like one block of water, it's possible that the collision's working, but your character's a little big right now, so he has trouble like following exactly where the block is. We'll shrink him later so that it works, but just put like 2 blocks side by side to test it, and you should walk through it now. And when you shoot it, your bullet will go through it and turn it off. Walk in it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, listen. Listen up. Guys, listen up. One more thing, listen.
I lost all my progress.
So that's going to be it for the actual formal lesson. I'm going to go around and help people, but I have one thing that I want you all to do. I want you to take the rest of the class, and I want you to make a wood block type. Okay? So, and I'm not going to tell you how to do it, but you can, talk among people and figure it out. But I want you to now make it. You're not making any new blueprints. Same blueprint you're using, block. But I want now you to add wood into the world. Okay? You do that? All right. I'll be around to help people. Okay.